Hi, I'm Jeter Livingston. I'm one of 700 international workers with the Christian Missionary Alliance. My wife and I have served in Cote d'Ivoire since 1982. Africa is becoming the center of Christianity in the world today. It's an exploding church. It went from around 9 million in the year 1910, and in 2010 there were over 514 million Christians on the continent. So God is building His church like He promised that He would. His kingdom is coming in, and we have been blessed to be able to go there and to have a small part in what God is doing in the world there today. Our job most recently has been to teach in a seminary. We are able to do that because people here in the United States have been a part of what the Alliance is doing around the world today. We are paid our monthly living allowance out of the Great Commission Fund, which allows us to live there and to carry on the work that God has called us to do. But the Alliance does much more with the Great Commission Fund. It is used to fund field budgets. It's used to be able to carry out different projects of various sorts. Certainly church planning is a major thing that we do, but also with leadership and evangelism and medical work. The Alliance is doing it somewhere in the world today. And that is possible because people here give to the Great Commission Fund, which allows us to do what God has called us to do.
So actually, I never had a, call to the mission field. Just an older missionary who kept saying to us, you don't need a call to go overseas. You need a call to stay in America because there is so much access to the gospel in America. Why would you stay here when the need is so great overseas? If people want access to the gospel, it's not hard. But you go overseas to a country like Cote d'Ivoire, which is the size of New Mexico, and there are almost 6.5 million people that don't have sustained access to the gospel. The Joshua Project lists over 30 people groups in Cote d'Ivoire with no sustained access to the gospel. So when you compare, yes, Battle Lake's your mission field, but you have to look bigger. You have to look beyond that. That's just the beginning. If you want to have a heart like God's, you have to care about all the nations.
I think God, for whatever reason, blessed Laura and I with probably the best job that we could ever have, and that was to be involved in people's lives. And we have had the joy over the last 30 years of having a small part to play in the development of leaders in the African church. So I thank God for the grace that He gave us to be able to be involved in that part of His work on this planet.